Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. Already like 3-4 videos uploaded today. The previous obviously coming the pre-match podcast, but we're here to talk about Vinicius Jr. Potentially to Paris Saint Germain. First of all, we have to discuss, the internal situation going on at Real Madrid. Why Vinicius would even want out of Real Madrid? Why has this even happened? The first thing to take into context is this. Breaking: Vinicius Jr.'s camp rejected Real Madrid's first offer for renewal. He's obviously set to renew. I think his contract is until 2027, 2028. So both Vini and Madrid want to extend the contract. The main issue is the contract that Madrid are trying to offer to Vinicius is below what he expects. He says, I'm the best player in the world. I deserve the best player in the wages and everything, which means he's seen Mbappe's wage and yeah, he wants the same amount, which I don't really understand. Like, you're not Mbappe, Vini. Humble yourself. As Haaland said, be humble. Vinicius is an offer from Saudi Arabia worth $1 billion over 5 years in wages. If he wanted to leave Real Madrid, he would sell, but some sources say Real Madrid would get a world record fee in that case. And some more reports about that is breaking: Saudi Arabia preparing a massive $300 million bid for Vinicius Jr. this summer. They will offer the player $200 million per season, a 5-year contract. Real Madrid will refuse to negotiate unless the player himself asks to leave. And this is somewhat of a lie. Like, Madrid would just push Vini out. Like, if you are any club and you receive $300 million for a player, I don't care if it's Vini. I don't like Mbappe. Maybe Mbappe they wouldn't accept. But now that they got Mbappe, Madrid definitely want to accept $300 million, breaking the $222 million Neymar record. And now let's come to the report that dropped today. Just in, Vini Jr.'s camp have approached PSG and have already had informal talks with the club for a potential move. PSG is closely monitoring the situation. It could make a move if the Brazilian doesn't receive the financial package he wants from Madrid. It's more than just financial package. Madrid, now that they got Mbappe and mainly Perez, now that he got Mbappe, he sees Vini as more of a net negative. I think he sees Vini offering more negative stuff than positive stuff. And here come my thoughts. I think Vinicius Jr. is an incredible player. I was one of the people that said he should have won the Ballon d'Or last year, even though I memed him for not winning it. And now let's come to the Paris Saint Germain situation. So, no, first we'll talk about Vini. Like, Vini, this was so easy to predict. Maybe not for Madrid fans, maybe not for non-PSG fans, but for us PSG fans, how we know Kylian Mbappe, how he's such a, I don't know how to explain it. How he's such I don't know, Ratiano. How he can just do this like a chess move. It was so easy to predict, especially by how controversial Vinicius Jr. is. I mean, imagine scoring a goal in the Champions League final, scoring one in the semi, one assist as well, and not winning the Ballon d'Or because you're a controversial person. I disagree. I don't think the Ballon d'Or should be like that, but that's why Vini didn't win it. And Perez sees him as a controversial figure. It's too much negativity. It's the crying. It's the referees. It's the racism stuff. Everything. He's just too much of a controversy. And now that Mbappe is there, and even Mbappe wants Vini out, I mean, we can clearly see the relationship between the two, both on and off the pitch, is not good. He's not good. It looks more like Neymar and Mbappe at the end of the relationship rather than the beginning of their relationship, because Mbappe is just an egomaniac. He doesn't like anyone taking the spotlight away from him. And now Vinicius Jr. obviously was the first reports. Vinicius Jr. camp have approached PSG and have already had informal talks with the club. I mean, this is very realistic. All the top attackers in recent history have always wanted to join Paris Saint Germain. Lionel Messi, Angel Di Maria, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I mean, Kylian Mbappe was young, but Kylian Mbappe, Neymar Jr., how can I forget him? Edinson Cavani, Ousmane Dembele. So this is not something new. Like, the best attackers have always wanted to join Paris Saint Germain. It's always been like that. Out of any club in Europe, competing for the Champions League, if there's any club that Vini would want to leave to, it's obviously Paris Saint Germain. And obviously, because one of the problems at Madrid is also the wage problem, that would be fixed at Paris Saint Germain. Obviously, we have an abundance of money, which also means Vini couldn't go to Serie A. They have no money. He couldn't go to Bayern. Bayern would be a cheeky move, but they have their 50+1. We're gay. We don't do wages. All of that. Just a robotic club. Premier League, I don't think Vin is that interested in the Premier League. And I've always said this. No superstar has ever been interested in going to the Premier League. Sure, maybe Premier League has had 1 to 2 superstars. Erling Haaland, just an anomaly. Majority of the other players, they come at a young age and then become something like a De Bruyne, like a Salah. But when you're at the top of your game, when you're a top 5, top 10 Ballon d'Or candidate, you're never interested by the Premier League. But that's obviously a league that would be able to pay the wages of Vinicius Jr. He wouldn't go to Chelsea. United did too as City. City, he could make. No, City is too irrelevant of a club. City is too irrelevant of a club for Vini. Liverpool are going to fall off and they're not going to pay those wages. They're barely going to want to pay Salah, a club legend, the wages he deserves. You think they're going to give that high wages to Vini? So, in Europe, the only sensible club for Vinicius Jr. to go to is Paris Saint Germain. And obviously it mentions PSG is close to mounting a situation, could make a move. We do know from previous reports about Rodrigo to Paris Saint Germain that Nasser Khalifi is attentive to every Madrid situation. He's still hurt. He's still heartbroken from the Perez dagger. And Nasser wants to drop a dagger back. I still see Vinicius most likely going to Saudi, but as Paris Saint Germain will always be an option, has always been an option for the best players in the world. But it feels like we're trading Vini for Mbappe, plus we'll have to pay Madrid, at least, 200 million to get Vini. So we get nothing for Mbappe. I don't want to do this deal. It's, first of all, just the deal is disgusting. I don't want to do it. I don't like the narrative. Plus, I think Vini is at the start of his downfall. Firstly, he's Brazilian. Brazilians peak this time, and then they drop off. It's just a mental thing. I don't know. It's a Brazilian thing. Not a Brazilian thing, but a Brazilian footballer thing. You know, with Romario, Neymar, R9, or Ronaldinho. Sometimes it's injuries, which Vini hasn't really had, but I think it's a Brazilian thing. And then why Madrid wouldn't say he's too much of a controversy. I don't want to see him cry on the pitch. I want to see him cry to the referee all the time. I don't want to see the BLM shit. Like, he's not going to receive any racism in Ligue 1 because we don't really have it here in Ligue 1. But who knows? Maybe he starts racism in Ligue 1 because of how unlikable person he is. How unlikable person he is. So no, for me, in my opinion, money wise, everything else, no. Like, the negativity of Vinicius is way more than the positivity, which his footballing talent is, which it's a bit limited. Plus, we have Bradley Barcola, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doué, Ousmane Dembele. I don't want this fucking disgusting human being next to them. I've been saying this for a couple of videos, for a couple of live streams. Since Mbappe went to Madrid, I knew Vinicius Jr. was going to be sent out and he was going to be to Saudi. Vinicius Jr. at the moment, he's stressing. He's like, no, I don't want to go to Saudi. Perez is like, look, we'll get 300 million. If a top club, maybe Europe, maybe comes with 200 something, maybe we'll sell you to a top club instead. And then Vini's like, all right, let me call PSG. Nasser's like, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we don't do this, man. Hopefully we don't do this. Like, no. I don't want fucking Vini here, man. This would be disgusting, man. This would be absolutely disgusting. But let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Whether you're a PSG or a Madrid fan or a non-PSG Madrid fan, what's your thoughts about Vinicius Jr. offering himself to Paris Saint Germain? Because he really, at the moment at least, doesn't want to go to Saudi. And this will be one of the funniest transfer sagas to follow until the end of the summer. And I'm in love with it because we predicted it right here. That's been it from boy PSG. And as usual, allez, bye.